Good morning. Good morning. I'm Jen, and this is Kaylee's Potted Plant, and we are happy to welcome you back to our morning mingle here on LLA TV. I hope you all had a good day yesterday. I hope your week's been going good so far. Today is Thursday, January 8th. And I'm excited to start today with you. So let's do our stretches. We'll start with the arm reaches. That's a 10-second stretch. We'll start by going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll go outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. After the arm reach stretch, we're going to do arm across the body stretch. That's a 7-second stretch. So grab your elbow, lock your elbow into your inner elbow. I wish that this had a name. Like this is the hamstring, the thing on the opposite of the knee. But anyway, whatever that's called, you're gonna wrap your elbow in it. 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna cross over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. Do that again for any additional arms that you have. And then we're going to do my favorite stretch, the arm bent behind the back. That's another grab the elbow. You're going to grab it with your hand like this. You go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Switch over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. One of these days I'm going to feel so flexible, but not today. Next with the shoulder rolls, we're going to go 5 forward, 5 backwards. We'll start forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. There we go. Look, you got to see Pikachu. I'm not upset about my body rolls, but I do want you to see the Pikachu shirt. We're getting to Pokemon Day, y'all. Shoulder rolls. Neck stretches. So that's kind of like the arm reach ones, because it's 5 seconds, and it's with your neck. So let's go up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't do it right. The second one was a bust. Sorry, y'all. Chair twists. Chair twist is next, kind of like the arm reach, except it's the lower part. So you're gonna, if you're in a chair, whatever kind of chair, or even if you're standing, you can kind of twist this way, but you're gonna reach to the other side of the chair. You're gonna count like this for 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reach the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. After that, reach overhead. It's the ballerina poses. This is another 7-second stretch. You're going to reach over like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. Good job. Leg lifts. Next is the leg lifts. You can do 10 of those, and when you're sitting, it's going to look a little bouncy. When you're standing, it's going to be going up on your toes. So 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. And the leg extensions. I can't do my usual karate kick joke because the potted plant is so tiny. Just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see if I get it with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't actually kick your stretch partner. No potted plants were hurt in the filming of this morning mingle. Wrist circles. Switch paws out. It's a 10-second stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. And last but not least, the most dangerous stretch of them all. Please make sure you and your friends like potted plant here have a proper amount of space, because you are going to extend your arms out. And for the next 10 seconds, we are going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we safely land back in our chairs. Congratulations on completing the stretches. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That brings us to national days. Again, it is Thursday, January 8th, but it's not always Thursday when we celebrate things on January 8th. So January 8th is National Bubble Bath Day. So if you have an aunt who has a clawfoot tub, ring her up and ask if you can celebrate Bubble Bath Day. I'm gonna have to call my aunt. I'm gonna have to call my aunt, because the bathtub in my apartment, I simply can't take a bubble bath in that. It's a very tiny bathtub, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, happy National Bubble Bath Day. I hope there's a vat of liquid you can take a bubble bath in, unlike me. I'll have to live vicariously through all of you enjoying Bubble Bath Day. It's also National Argyle Day. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing a single bit of Argyle. Actually, I was wearing some of my longer socks, and obviously I'm not wearing longer socks right now. I'm just clearly wearing ankle socks. But Argyle is, a lot of the times you'll see it on, like dress socks, or like, those vests. Argyle's like that crosshatch pattern where it's like the diamonds almost. It's like plaid, but if plaid was a rhombus instead of a square. So, happy National Argyle Day. I hope you knew early enough to dress in Argyle. I did not. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll celebrate. And it's also National Take the Stairs Day. For all of my friends who are absolutely afraid of elevators, today's your day. Take the stairs. If you need to take the stairs with someone to stay safe, take the stairs with someone. But you know what? It's not National Elevator Day, so get off of that thing. Unless you need to use it, and obviously that's okay. Some people need to use the elevator. It's a lot more convenient a lot of the time. But happy National Take the Stairs Day. So if you've got that coworkers trying to get their steps in, congratulate them, because it's their day. Thinking of you, Lainey. And that's it. That's all the national days we have listed here. So now we're getting to this day in history. So January 8th, 1681, pre-America, Treaty of Radzin. I actually remember this, but I don't know if I remember it. But the Treaty of Radzin, R-A-D-Z-I-N, was signed, and it ended a 5-year war between the Turks, Russia, and Poland. So, in 1681, kind of during the Salem witch trials, Russia and Poland and the Turks were in a 5-year war, and the Radzin Treaty ended the war. So, congratulations to this day in history, 1681. Shout out to having less wars. And then, in 1790, post-America, of course, because it's about George Washington, George Washington delivers the first State of the Union address in New York City. The first State of the Union. I used to watch those. But yeah, the State of the Union address is usually after the first year, kind of yearly. The president will get up in front of, I think it's in front of Congress, not the House. The Speaker of the House is there. But he gets in front of Congress, and the Speaker of the House is behind him on one side, like the angel devil on his shoulder, and then the Secretary of State? No, I think it's the Vice President. Yeah, it's the Vice President and the Speaker of the House, and the angel devil on the shoulder. You got to pick which one is the angel, which one's the devil. Who knows, But that's what they look like when you're watching it on TV and the president's right here, and then everybody's like behind him, like 4 feet away. That's the State of the Union. It's when he addresses the nation and tells us how things are going. and hopefully we can all learn something from it together. So, 1790. This day in 1790 was the first State of the Union address. Good for you, George. Shout out to George Washington. In 1815, let's talk about another favorite president of mine. Andrew Jackson defeats the British at the Battle of New Orleans. Congratulations on defeating the British. We love defeating those guys. Even these days, in culinary arts, I don't actually know much about British food, but everybody says it looks scary and tastes bad. So, hey, shout out to Andrew Jackson for beating them down on this day in 1815 so we could have something better than fish and chips for lunch. Shout out to all my British friends. Anyway, useless trivia. I want to get the more you know. Jason, can we get the more you know font? Or just useless trivia? But it's the little star going across. Anyway, useless trivia. On the ground, a group of, on the ground, a group of geese is called a gaggle. I knew that. Okay, so when you're driving down the street and you look to your right and there's just 40 million geese because that's where they decided to land and hang out, that is called a gaggle. But when they're flying in the sky, when you look up and you see a horrifying amount of geese, I actually love geese for the record. They're beautiful creatures. They have teeth for some reason. Isn't that nice? They can smile at you. That's what they do with those teeth, right? But anyway, when they're in the sky, it is called a skein. S-K-E-I-N, a skein. So when they're hanging out, they're chilling, and they're eating the seed out of all the starter grass, they're called a gaggle. But when they're in the sky, they're called a skein. That's, I don't know, it's almost horrifying. Love it though, love that. Love that for you geese. Weather. Take a look at the world. What's the weather today? Feel free to pause and talk about the weather. Is the weather going to be affecting your plans today? Were you supposed to go out and maybe you shouldn't because it's too cold? Or is it going to be an okay day? Yesterday started off a bit chilly, ended up all right. By the end of the day, I was kind of sweating in a hoodie. So, it is what it is. Anyway, I got into Kaylee's office this morning. It was freezing. So maybe it's going to be a cold day. I don't know. But check the weather. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. And if you need to change any of your plans for safety reasons, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. I remember we were talking about mall walks yesterday. It's been a while since we got a chance to go on a mall walk. When was the last time we went on a mall walk? And I'm like, oh yeah, that snowstorm. We got to park real close, and as the flakes were coming down the size of dimes, we got in safe. It was good. But no snow today, I don't think. Be careful. Check. Is there snow? I don't know. I haven't looked. I don't think it's going to snow, though, based on what it's right now. Daily sign language. This is a good one. I love sign language. I wish I knew more of it, and I'm always trying to practice. You got to practice. You'll never learn, and if you don't practice all the time, you're going to forget. So be better than me. And keep practicing your signs. At the very least, let's practice them a little bit every day. Right here. Today, the sign of the day is stairs. Obviously, as we now know, it is National Take the Stairs Day. The stairs, you're gonna have your fingers kind of curl like this, and your two fingers out like this, and stairs is just like this. I love sign language. Look at that. This is stairs. You're kicking your little finger feet going up. So that's stairs. So if you want to say stairs, if you want to request to take the stairs today, and don't have a verbal way to say so, or if you just want to practice your sign language, just hey, there you go, stairs. Thanks for learning to sign with me. That was fun. Our right of the week. Our right of the week is the right to be treated equally as citizens under the law. I hope to everybody listening that sounds like a no-brainer, but you know what? Before it was a right, it sure wasn't. So, your right of the week is to be treated as an equal citizen under the law. What does that mean? That means that a law that pertains to anyone pertains to anyone. There is no additional persecution just because you're different. And there's also no extra punishment if you don't do something. Or if you need to be protected by the law, you will be protected by the law. Just because you might be different than your neighbor. Like, you have that equal protection. You are supposed to be treated fairly by the legal system. And if you feel like you're being singled out or treated differently than someone else, that is when we need to take action. Who do we talk to? Can we talk to our peers, our staff? Do we think we are being mistreated? Do we think we've seen others being mistreated? What can we do? How do we get together and make sure that we're all being treated equally? That's the whole point. That's what the protection is for, and that's what the right is for. So if you feel like that right isn't being fulfilled, let's make it happen, because you deserve it. This is your life, and we don't have time for stuff like that. So that's what advocating for yourself is for, and being there for your peers is for. Protecting each other, making things work together when they're not working alone. Daily discussion. Do you like bubble baths? Oh, potted plant. I love bubble baths. I love them. I love them so much. When I was younger and my parents had a bathtub that I could actually like sink all the way into, and I didn't have bubble bath soap, you know I would just be squeezing the shampoo bottle into the faucet. Probably wasted a lot of shampoo that way, but I love bubble baths. I think they're so fun. There's just something about being in hot water and little mountains of bubble and foam. Love it. So, hey, I love bubble baths. What are your thoughts on bubble baths? Pause the video if you want to talk more. Daily challenge. Like we said, not everybody can comfortably take the stairs, but if you want to push yourself to do something you don't always do, maybe it's for safety, maybe it's because you're feeling a little lazy, you want to take the elevator instead. I know sometimes I'm feeling lazy and take the elevator instead of stairs. So today's the day that I'm going to run up and down the stairs as much as possible, as long as it makes sense to. I'm not just going to make extra stairs trips, but if I need to run upstairs to get something during lunch, taking the stairs. Happy National Stairs Day. Push yourself if you can. If it's not safe, you need to take the elevator. There's no shame in that. But happy National Stairs Day. The song of the day. I'm deciding to go with the Pokemon theme song. I think it's just called the Pokemon theme song. This is embarrassing. But it's the, I want to be the very best, like no one ever will. Like the theme song from the very first season, okay? That's the one. That's the song of the day. Enjoy it. You know, it's a classic. Pokemon is almost 30 years old, and I'll make sure Jason talks all about it on Pokemon Day. I think it's in early February, or it's either coming up super soon. So, woohoo! That's everything. I thought there was something new, so I don't know if I missed something. I'm sorry. This looks like everything regular to me. So, hey, thank you so much for joining us for the Morning Mingle. Really wonderful to see you all. Thank you, Kaylee's Potted Plant, for joining me this morning. Thanks for Jason to getting everything set up as always. I hope you have a lovely day. Happy Thursday. We're one day away from Friday, and that's 2 more days to hang out with our friends. So I'm here for it. I hope you all have a good day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a good one. Bye, guys.